Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is down on Mango Square area, Cebu City, Cebu, the Philippines. Saturday night of the Sinulog Festival. Lots of people and a little bit about several encounters down here, including the police came by a little bit later and confiscated, impounded 2 or 3 different flatbeds full of motorbikes that were parked on the street and on the sidewalk here. And they did it in a real quick, as quick as they could, so that nobody could come out and try to grab their motorbike before it happened. This Sinulog crowd was much different than what I experienced New Year's Eve down here. It was almost like a ghost town. Apparently they had banned a lot of the street parties during New Year's Eve and fireworks displays in only certain areas. And the bars, the discos were out on the street trying to recruit people in. And most people, once they went in, found out very few people were in the discos, they turned around, got another taxi, and went someplace else. Because at New Year's Eve, this was a ghost town. Hardly anybody out here. But Sinulog is a whole different festival, and they have had they've had restrictions on selling alcohol within many meters of the parade route. There was a solemn procession, a very long solemn procession that went down this road earlier in the day, and I think all the bars on this street were shut down. We did go down a side street a little bit later, late afternoon, and we did find just one bar open a couple blocks off the main Mango Square area here. But everything on Sunday, everything was closed pretty much. Nobody was selling alcohol or much of anything else. There were a lot of food vendors, people selling little food and food stands along the route, but even there they didn't have much space to sell. Most stores were closed Sunday for the big parade area. In the last couple of years, Mango Square has changed a lot, and I've done a video about the new Mango Square previously, and they've shut down for one reason or another. They've shut down some of the bars, the discos in this area. Hey, have a good time. Policia, are you the police?
No.
No. Oh.
Have a nice day, bro.
Good night. So the average night, especially weekend nights, has changed substantially down here on Mango Square. There are a couple of other areas of town where they have bars and entertainment. Times Square over in Mandaue City, across from Park Mall, being one area, and I've done a previous video about that. Already have. A pork skin? How much?
10.
10 what?
Oh, yes.
10 what? Huh?
1, 10.
10 pesos?
Yes.
Ah.
Of course.
My friend already has bought some, so not tonight. Already buy some. Already buy. She will. Yeah, she will send. They're only 10 pesos. You paid 3. You paid 3.
I paid too much.
You paid 3 for 100. They're 10 pesos a piece. Oh. Hey, they gotta make a profit, right? That kid had a really good price on the pork skins. Of course, I don't know how many were in there. If my friend bought a larger package earlier, I think possibly there was a little bit difference in amount. But he paid, for 3 little packages, he paid 100 pesos, and this kid was selling each package for 10 pesos a piece. We just happened to be standing here by Mango Square area when several police vehicles and flatbed trucks showed up to start, and they started impounding They're motorbikes that were parked in the gutter here of the street, and also up on the sidewalk. There were a couple dozen at least there. There was one lady that we talked to a while. She was protesting to the police. You know, why are you doing this? There's no sign saying no parking, so I don't know if there was any warning at all. They showed up very quickly. They were in a big rush to pick up the bikes and get out of there as soon as they could. It certainly does create a bit of a safety issue parking on the street like that. You don't normally see that. You'll see hobble drivers sitting out there waiting for rides, waiting for passengers. But you normally don't see them parked out there like that. You normally do. It's quite common to see motorbikes parked up on the sidewalk all over Cebu City, Mandaue City, many other metropolitan areas also. I saw the same thing in Vietnam, and almost every place you went, there were motorbikes parked on the sidewalks, making it a little bit tricky to walk sometimes. So I think they were in a hurry, partly because they didn't want to start having confrontations with the owners of the motorbikes and or their friends, because it could turn into a bit of a confrontation and get a little violent. So they were in a pretty big hurry to get those motorbikes loaded up and on the way. I am curious if anybody knows if something like this would happen to your motorbike, what's the process to get it back, and what's it going to cost you in the end. This is inside of a kind of a courtyard in the Mango Square area, and for the Sinulog, they rented out a lot of the spaces to these little tents and kiosks to sell their various goods and services. I guess food and souvenirs. Lots of people, and then up some steps. I'll show you that in a minute. Up some steps, they've got a huge courtyard area where a couple of years ago, what was a couple of discos, I think 2 stories worth, burned down apparently, and that thing's been under construction. I thought they were going to rebuild some buildings there and house some other bars, discos, but they've turned it into a large food court instead. And this is the food court area, and for Sinulog they had some extra special entertainment set up. A couple different people, somebody else was singing over in the other corner, and then this other group was going to entertain for a while, I believe. I've had to mute this clip because YouTube computers apparently pick up any little copyrighted clip, even if you turn the sound way down anymore, and they'll ding you and not pay you the revenue that you would normally earn if they hear any bit of copyrighted material on your site. The huge Sinulog Festival and other festivals around the Philippines can be a very interesting experience. It can be a adventure. It comes with its risks. There are some people who come to town just to try to separate you from your cash, your phones, your other valuables. So understand that and keep everything nice and tight and secure. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe please, and safe travels to you all wherever you are at, and we'll see you next time.